Hello there. Welcome to another live stream. Um Give me one sec. Get the music going. There may be some noise in the background because my parents are currently working on the heater. Trying to figure that out, but I guess it's not going to be fixed for a couple of days because they can't figure it out, and well, they got to get a professional out. That sucks. What's going on, Castle? What happened? What did you do? Oop. Okay. Oh, I don't even have anything open. Probably not a good thing. Let's not open that one. That's not the right project. Let me get Chrome open. I need my documents and everything. No stream sound commands, remember, because this is a game dev stream. We're not doing that today. So no clanks. Sorry. I don't think anything has changed on the design doc other than just assets that have been added. Oh, I do need to show the technical doc because we are now in Milestone 2. So Milestone 2 has changed, obviously, since the last time. First, let me start by explaining what my game is all about. Tentatively, it is called Vessels. And what the game is about is all about these. That's a really weird way of saying it. The game is about these special artifacts that are created by, say, emotional energies, in particular negative emotional energies, and that will come into the story. Why it's specifically that type of energy. So the energies that come about from, or sorry, not the energy, the emotion that comes from like pain, fear, sadness, those sort of things, just tragedies in general, and that creates energy that kind of flows freely throughout this world. And you are going out and exploring locations that are, I guess, sort of haunted in a way, and you are uncovering the story of each location by acquiring the vessels, these special artifacts. And you also find other types of items, ingredients for crafting, valuables, maybe even recipes. I'm still up in the air on what exactly you're going to find in the gameplay. But hopefully in Milestone 2, we can figure that out. We can get the gameplay down now that we got some of the base mechanics finished. Next is things like gameplay. The first level fully designed, and then off stream I will be working on the story for that and getting all that implemented. The lighting for the first level, actually learning how to do lighting in Unreal Engine because I've never done it myself. And finishing up a couple things I didn't get to in Milestone 2 or Milestone 1, like the tooltip, which will be like a universal thing that'll come up whenever you're scrolling over certain objects in your inventory. And then of course I'm gonna start the puzzle class. I'm gonna see if I can find a free puzzle class in my asset folder. If not, I'm gonna have to create it from scratch, which I've done before. Unfortunately, can't access that project because it's in like 4. I don't even know anymore, 4.25, 26. That is so old, and the plugins might not even work, that I don't think I can access that project anymore. So I'm gonna have to do that all from scratch again. But yeah, the game is kind of inspired by like the job simulator type games that are really popular nowadays. So it's essentially that you're searching for the artifacts to make money because they're very valuable in this world. In this time period, they are illegal, they're taboo, but there's a black market for it. Per se, there's people that want them and to make special potions out of them. That's how you use them. So we're working with some weird spooky fantasy type powers, but in modern days. Yeah, I think let's begin. So that's the core of Milestone 2. I want to get the first level completed with the lighting, the story. I want the level to be designed out with all the assets I need, and fully playable. Gameplay exploration gameplay needs to be done, meaning there has to be a day, well, not a day-night cycle, but like a time limit applied to the level. Your sanity meter needs to be functioning, which is basically your health. And I want at least some basic puzzles done, and then the inventory and the UI and all that to be finished for your inventory. Currently eating a donkey. I read the chat. I read the chat as I said that. I'm currently eating an apple, not a donkey. Gosh darn it. Alright. That's it for that. Boy, that is looking rather low poly. Like 1 polygon. Let's put that away. Music's musicking. Hopefully it's loud enough. As a reminder, this is not going to be monetized because of the music. So please leave a like. I would greatly appreciate that. Let me read through some comments. Daniel's on the 7 minutes thing again. Castle probably died to wolves again, lost to something wicked playthrough for the 3rd time. Bill Collector's clanking, but he can't clank because that is not on, because it's a game dev stream. You should know that by now. Nightbot is nightbotting. The apple is appling. The donkey is appling somehow. I don't know what you're complaining about. I had a lit flare and walking. A wolf just charged me and nearly ended my run. Well, I can tell you probably I can guess exactly what you did when you had the flare. You threw the flare, or you got too close to the wolf. If you get too close to the wolf, it may charge you while you have a flare lit. You need to throw the flare at them, and you need to be sitting still while doing it. They aren't afraid of the flare per se. They're afraid of it being thrown at them. They'll stay back, but if you keep approaching, I think they continue. They will charge you if you get too close. Yeah, so you got too close to the wolf. I think you got within a little too close. You're not supposed to approach them with a lit flare. You're supposed to throw it at them. So you're not doing it right. You need to throw it at them to scare them. Alright, I have switched this to unlit for the development process because it is a pain in the ass looking at the village level. That's not right. Looking at it with the current lighting it has, it is an eyesore. And I only have so many eyeballs left. I have 2 left. It's getting fucking flashbanged. So I set it to unlit, so it's not as bad. I also did play around with the lighting a bit just to get it to be less bright. I don't know what it is. Also, and like inside the house, it starts getting brighter. I don't know why. I think the unlit changed that or fixed it. I gotta redo the lighting in this level completely from scratch. Alright, and I've actually started editing this map now. So I needed to find a way to save this. This map is over 100 megabytes. So I can't save that the normal way through GitHub desktop. I need to do that through a special way that I had to learn, which was fun. But I figured it out. This first version of this map has been pushed. It is now saved. And I can start working on this. The lighting is definitely my biggest priority off stream. On stream, I'm gonna do all the other stuff. So here we are in the post-Soviet village. This will be one of the first levels you'll have access to. It'll probably be the first level, actually, in the game, if I had to guess. And because of the limited assets I have, I will be, the game will focus on, like, vaguely European countries, to start. And then as the game opens up, assuming I can get far enough to keep developing it post-launch, because I'm talking about post-launch at this point, I will make... Motherfucker, hold on. For once, that was an important call. Glad I picked it up. Okay. So what I was saying was, the goal of the early access is to get the first 3 levels done. And then after that, when I get to full release, I will start implementing locations that are further out in the world, and that'll come up as like a mechanic where you need to travel internationally. So you need to go through a special process of doing that because, again, vessels are illegal in the game. So eventually I'll get to some international locations. That's the goal. But for now, let's focus on these European-esque locations. This is a post-Soviet village. Who knows where it is? I have no idea. But that's our first location. That's what I'm going to focus on for the next roughly 3 months, but I might start working on the next level early. Depends on how long it takes me to do this. This will probably be the biggest hurdle because I need to get lighting down. Getting lighting down is very important. Especially because it needs to be nighttime. It cannot be daytime. It needs to be nighttime. Alright. So let's go into this first house. I actually don't know what's going on here. Why there's plywood. I might get rid of this. I don't know why this is here. I don't even know what that means, but let's just remove it. Oh, it's like a nice little decal. Yeah, this is the first house that started decorating, even though this is the first house. I'm gonna eventually add like numbers on here, kind of like the addresses. That way you know, say there's a note that tells you to go to house 4. Well, house 4 is 1, 2, 3, 4. That's house 4. Yeah, that's why I want to have those numbers. So this is house 3. And I've started decorating it inside. And we've got containers. We got shelves. We got tables and chairs. We've got some kitchen area over here with a sink, I guess. Apparently that's what it's called. We got a stove. This leads to nothing. Trust me. If I had a way to make it look like it was realistic, I would. I don't. There's nothing. The asset pack just kind of gives me this, and that's it. That's all I have. And then here's the other room with the bedroom. And for now, this is the rough layout of this house. And eventually I'll get to adding like additional things like, say, a light on the ceiling. Or maybe like a picture frame on the wall. Or rags and trash and other debris on the floor. And then item spawns and stuff like that. Yeah. That will be a little later. But for now, I want to get the base decorations and assets down. And I've got a selection of them here. These are the ones that are not interactable. So these are like the shelves, there's the piano. I don't know if I'll use that though. The stuff for the kitchen, the tables. Here's a desk of some sort and beds. And then everything else in there, that stuff was under here. It was just a container. And I've got this many containers already set up, so you can see they're all different. I just select one and it changes the asset, changes the collision size. Everything else is pretty much, handled by the code. It's all one container, and I can set it up to have any number of appearances, and it all gets updated as I switch the container type. Real quick, I wanted to turn this back on so we can see it. That way we can tell this is an interactable asset. I didn't read it, I'm sorry. I'm kind of focused on this. They said that they are using all new models. The few models that you can recognize from the trailer, like the Peaches, and I think there's a research book in there from the first game. Those were pulled in just for the trailer. I don't think we'll be seeing Pinnacle Peaches. But we might see Pinnacle brand something else. That could happen. But yeah, they said that they're using all new models from the looks of it, which is great. I mean, Unreal has a ton of free assets, like as I've shown on stream. This marketplace, while it is the Wild West currently, is massive. And this doesn't just include Unreal assets. This also includes Unity assets. This includes Quixel, which is like a Megascan massive asset pack that you can buy. You used to be able to get them for free. I have them all for free though, fortunately. And I think there's also Blender stuff. You could just directly port stuff from Blender into here. Meaning, if Hinterland wanted to, they could port their old assets from the Long Dark 1 and put them for sale on here. In fact, that honestly would be a really good idea. Put all of their stuff here. Maybe take the branding off things. Like instead of Pinnacle Peaches, it's just Peaches. They could make some good money with that. Just porting their assets to this and sell it. Just make it more generic looking. But yeah, there is a ton that is free and a ton that is for sale. Thought maybe they got the heater working and smelled like something. If you turn on the heater for the first time in a bit, it usually smells a little burnt because like trying to clear the debris, the dust. That's what it smelled like for a second there. Or maybe it's my mic. It's the pop filter. This is like Germ City right here. But yeah. This is where I'm getting a lot of my assets from. Especially Quixel. Quixel is... Where's my homepage? Where... This is like different from the last time I used it. My library. Yeah, they updated this. This is so weird. Yeah, Quixel right there. This is all the Mega Scan stuff. So these things were literally scanned in real life. Yeah, I'll be using a lot of this. And at the moment, a lot of the stuff I'm using, some of this is in Quixel. This is... The village is the post-Soviet village asset pack, and then this stuff, all these like decorations and furnishings and all that, that is the Old West pack, which was free. But yeah, I guess we were talking about the assets for Black Rust. Yeah. I think Unreal is going to definitely make that a lot easier. And the great thing about Fab is it doesn't just support Unreal. It's now supporting Unity, and it also supports... I think it's going to support other engines in the future too. But it supports Blender and... I forgot what else. Oh yeah, so this was a problem I ran into a while ago when I first made this. Figuring out how to get that collision to rotate properly. And I realized the rotation is attached to the mesh, which is the physical thing you're seeing, the cabinet. So what I'm doing here is I'm rotating the whole thing. I'm rotating from the pivot point of the whole blueprint. Instead of doing that, if I just pivot the actual mesh, it doesn't rotate, or it does rotate correctly. The box around it, which means I don't need to create a solution for that. I just need to rotate the physical mesh versus the whole thing. The root, rotating that is what causes that problem. So we don't have to worry about that now, which is awesome. Even though I spent like a good 8 hours trying to figure out an alternative, figured it out. It was very simple. Okay, so we don't need to worry about the attic because the attic isn't even accessible. I wish there was a way to make it accessible, but I'm not editing assets. Okay, real quick, is house 3 done? Yeah, it has the staircase. It only has the one entrance. I did put curtains up for the bedroom, but I did not bother with the kitchen because, like, It doesn't feel quite right. I think the bedroom makes sense. Also, look at this. I have this little hook here on the wall. Holding the bag. It's I literally just had to place, it's not like anything special. Like, I had to find that hook and then rotate it correctly, put it on the wall. That made me happy for literally no reason. It's such a simple thing, but it made me happy. So I need a staircase for this. It's just the one door. Okay. I think that's what this... Oh, yeah, that's what these houses are using. They're using this, like, patio. Can I just grab this? Real quick. Is this still... Yeah, this is all grouped up still. I need to ungroup this. So these are all grouped up. Asset-wise. So, I put all the assets for one house. Oh, wait, no. These are the ones I added. Never mind. It's all those things that I added. I need to ungroup everything. I don't know why they did this. They grouped it all and then put it all in one folder, so everything that's attached to this house is like mixed in together into one long list. I need to ungroup this. Let me do this. Okay. Create folder. House 1 original. Can I do this? Click on the house. Drag it. Oh, fudge. Yeah. Click and drag to this folder. Oh, okay, good. I think that got them all. Maybe. Let's find out. Yeah, that got them all. Okay. So I got everything attached to the house. Not everything, apparently. Can I just right-click on this and move to? Oh. Move to there. Okay, now I need to figure out what other assets here are not. I think that's everything. So if I just click and drag all of this. Yeah, that's the whole house. Okay. So I need to go through and click each of these assets and put them in the separate folder because I did not do that before. That's going to be pain. Alright, so now I can ungroup this. So I can click on things individually. Okay. Awesome. Is this high enough? Oops. Something tells me that's not high enough. Let's see if I can figure this out. Oh, okay. Let's get this as close as possible. Let's not have it sinking through the floor. Okay. Let's see if that works. There's a clear moment. Oh. Well, that's definitely not my door. That asset is literally on its own. It's doing that by itself. So there's a clear, like, point where I it's like changing. I don't know. It definitely doesn't feel right. Like I need to figure out the placement just right. Whoa. Hello? Why am I in the sky? That was weird. Yeah, there's like a noticeable step up, which does not feel right. I wonder if I could take two of them and bind them together into one mesh. I don't know. I'll figure out the placement of this. Maybe like, I don't think this is gonna change it either, but that's fine for now. Okay. Let's replace these doors now. So I need a door. So I guess no matter what I do, it's gonna open into the house from the outside because that's how I program the door. Toasty, should I try to beat the one wake mod in Project Zomboid to learn how to grow crops? I don't know. That's up to you. Alright, let's place... Oh, hold on, actually. What is that location? Oh, I guess that is actually the location. Wow. Okay. I lost my door. I lost my door. Come on, you can click on it. Oh, it's right here. There we go. Replace it with my door. Actually, for this door, can I replace you with the replace with door? Oh yeah. And then let's set the rotation be 0 first. Oh yeah, and I need to check the hinge. So for some reason, this is like slightly off the hinge. You know, these assets are supposed to line up. Right, the camera acceleration is fucking weird in this version of the engine. Yeah, it's like slightly off up the top, but at the bottom, it's like perfectly lined up. So I don't know what gives, but whatever. That's fine. Okay. Cool. That makes it a lot easier. So now I can start decorating the inside of House 1. So we have, these are part of, all right. Move to House 1 original. Okay. That's gonna be so much help, so helpful. So helpful. So now, let's start getting copies of our sink and or kitchen stuff. Yeah, we'll do one of these. Oops. Unfortunately, they're all gonna have the same stove, unless I can find another stove. I'll have to figure that out. Come on. There we go. And then we need chairs. What chairs did I use over here? Okay. I hate these chairs. When my aunts had these type of chairs, it would always be super uncomfortable to sit in them. Because, like, you can't sit in it and then put your shoulders down, or, like, pull your arms down. Your arms are like this, basically. Because, well, at least that's what it felt like when I was a kid. Because I was so short in the chair, and my arms would be, like, up here. Because the chair arms are, like, trying to hug you. So weird. I hated those chairs. Okay, let's get more decorations. And let me get a shelf over there as well. I'm gonna try to have these, like, as unique as possible, but there's no guarantees. Like, I don't want no two houses to look the same on the inside. I don't want them to repeat. I'm putting more work into this than I feel like Bethesda did for Starfield. Not to knock the developers down, but, like, I mean, when 50% of the locations look the same, you start to question what they did all those years. I'm sure they did a good, you know, they did the job they were told to do. Let's put... Oops. Let's put this in front of the window. Sure, why not? And then the sink right here. Right next to it. Shelf? I want to see if I can get like a smaller shelf, the kind that would be like hanging off of the wall above the ground like this. I guess that's what this is for, but oh, I guess that's how I should use it then. This one over here is just on the ground. Oh, actually, well, first of all, that's floating. Actually, I think that is how that one's supposed to be. Yeah. This other one is different. Oh yeah, that's supposed to be on the ground. This one's supposed to be hanging off the wall. Okay. Yeah, that looks so much better. Okay. Let's get container. Let's put some containers in here. Not this. Actually, this could work. Oh, right. We don't want to rotate the whole thing. We want to rotate just the mesh. Oh, oops. I also moved the location. I don't want to move the location. I just want to do the rotation. There. My bad. There we go. And then the sink, let's move it over a little bit more. This will be like a countertop for, like, you know, your kitchen. Or you cut your veggies or whatever. Well, let's put the table in the middle of the room. I'm sure it's kind of odd having everything placed at exactly 90-degree angles, but maybe I'll get to that later, like touch up the interior a bit, make it look like it's been, you know, lived in. That people used to live here, but not anymore. I guess it'll be kind of part of the story, and I don't want to spoil too much for like the story of these locations, but I have an idea in mind for this place in particular, and it'll be part of all the locations, but each place is abandoned for a reason, and it'll play into the story. This place has been abandoned, and seemingly there were people living here, and then all of a sudden they were forced to leave. So it needs to look like there were people living here, and then their life was just abruptly changed, and they had to leave immediately. That sort of thing. So it'll look like, you know, there was fresh food at one point, but now there's rotten food. So guess what? Now we've got to find rotten food assets. There will be, you know, suitcases left behind. There will be tools and valuables all over the place. You know, maybe the table got flipped over or something like that. Actually, that's a good idea. Let me do that for one of these houses. That would be kind of cool, just having the table on its side. Like, they were going to take it with them, but they decided to leave it behind. I want the location itself, just looking at the state of it, to tell you part of the story. I guess that's like what a lot of developers would do. They want to tell you the story through the environment. Partially, not the whole thing, but it gives you enough details that should line up with the story you have actually written. And then let's get another container in here. Do like a chest. Nope, let's not do that. I think I'm taking a lot of inspiration for this particular location from Red Dead Redemption 2. And 1, I guess, as well. Just remembering back to what those houses looked like. Those cabins. This is about right. It's just missing a lot of the clutter. We'll get to the clutter eventually. Like the random debris on the ground, bags and boxes and buckets and stuff like that. You know, the random stuff you would acquire in life and fill your home with. So 3 different chests here. Maybe what I'll do is I'll grab one of these chairs. Ah, come on. Right, this camera is pissing me off. I don't understand why there's no like happy middle between default speed and the next speed below it. There's got to be a way to change it. There we go. Corner chair for Grandpa or something like that. Perfect. Okay. That looks great. Love that. Now let's do the bedroom. Next, I'll take a look at the kiosk and also the sheds. Oh yeah, I forgot. There's an entire component to this for today's stream that I totally forgot about. I have a document. A Photoshop document. Not really Photoshop, but... an art document I made. This is the village overview. You know, overhead look, I guess. And I decided to do this, kind of draw it out to show me where everything is. So the gray boxes are the houses. There's 4 different garages. That's what the yellow is. The red ones are sheds. The greens are kiosks. There's a few wood piles. That's what the browns are. and then the lights are the blue. I'm gonna add more. Like I'll add more wood piles here and there, because wood is actually something you'll need to collect. It's part of, you know, it'll be part of the crafting system. You'll need to collect wood. And then maybe like another shed over here, because this house over here seems oddly empty. And then lights all along the main street, which has the light poles. And I definitely want to get these working. So that's why I want to get a light blueprint set up, like a spotlight, you know, to illuminate the street a bit. That would be kind of cool. And of course I would need that for the houses as well, but that would be not a spotlight, it would be a point light. Yeah, I totally forgot about that. That is kind of important to show that. And then as I go, I will continue adding to this. Like I'll add a light here, 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 so I need to mark it on the map. This road, for some reason, it just ends right there, so I'm gonna make sure it keeps going. And then I have to add bounds, you know, to the map so that you can't get out of bounds. And I definitely want to do something in the middle of that lake, and even edit the map a little bit to lock it off. I guess it'll be part of a puzzle to get past the gate and over that bridge. There'll be something over there. I'm thinking it'll be another house, and I'll have to replace our little fisherman here. Get rid of that entirely and put a house there. But yeah, I want the kiosks to be here. This will be like, you know, where the people here acquired some of their foods. Although, just snacks like that, probably not, you know, the only thing I want here. So I can move these, right? Oh yeah, I can move that. Wait, I'm confused. Oh, that's folded upwards. Got it. Okay. So I'm going to replace these with the folded ones. Okay. That makes more sense. We'll get to that. Let me finish this house over here first. Okay, let's do the bedroom. One. And then we'll put a bunch of containers in there. I'll make sure there's like a desk in there as well, or like a nightstand. Something else other than the bed. And then I think I do have some desks, a desk and nightstand that basically acts like a container that you can search. Okay, that's poking through the wall. Let's not have that. There we go. Okay, and then containers. Let's look at what I have here. So we got a dresser. Let's use that, actually. Let's put that up against this wall. Oh, right. Don't move it from the mesh, move it from the root. There we go. I kind of want another one here that's like a suitcase. That's a big suitcase though, but that's fine. And then I wanted another suitcase in here, but a smaller one. Oops, keep clicking on the wrong one. There we go. Oh, right. It's gonna take some getting used to that. And this, I want it on the bed. Because again, I want it to look like there were people living here until recently, or maybe it was a while ago, but it needs to look like there were people living here, and then all of a sudden they had to go. They had to leave. That will be explained in the story. It does look like it's floating a bit, but that's, you know, not the end of the world, I guess. Maybe I can do like 10 degrees is too much. Oh, right. Let me rotate the mesh, not the root. That looks good, actually. Yeah, I like that. Okay. And then let me get another item in here, but this is a desk or dresser of some kind. Oh, I guess I already have a dresser. Sure, why not? Actually, no. Let's use the smaller one. Rotate. Getting into the rhythm of rotating the static, the mesh part first. Let's put this here against the windows. What is this from? This sounds oddly familiar. Let me get another chair. I need to see if I can find another chair asset that works here. This is all from one asset pack, the Old West Volume 1 through 6. Those are free too. Nope, that was fine. Looks kind of awkward with that chair, actually. Never mind. There we go. And I definitely did get like some kind of lantern or like pieces of paper and pens and pencils, you know, to make it look like lived in. Oh, crap, this foliage clipping through the ground. That is going to be a pain to figure out. Well, I'll reach that later in time, I guess, or fix that later in time. Oh, this is clipping through the floor. Okay. This house feels like, I think it's a little bigger than the other one. So for some reason it looks like it's emptier in the bedroom. Versus over here, the bedroom is rather... I guess the placement of the bed up against the corner makes it look emptier. But yeah, alright, curtains. So yeah, I'm only gonna do curtains in the bedrooms. I think that makes more sense than doing like curtains on the kitchen windows. Excuse me. I guess because I'm thinking maybe because of the, you know, not to say that only poor people would live here, but like the state of the village kind of suggests this would be a poorer place. I'm thinking mismatched curtains would work. Let's see if this works. Thing is, I don't have like a pole for this to go through. It just looks like it's floating, which is weird. That'll clip through a little bit, but that's, again, not the end of the world. Yeah, screw it. Let's do mismatched a little bit. So let me replace this. Let me finish my apple. Right. These buildings are not quite lined up right. And yeah, again, some of these, I don't know why the blue ones do look like they have like a bar going through them. Well, I guess not really. Well, I take that back. Yeah, these are all from the same acid pack, but for some reason they all have, you know, they look different, distinctly different. Let me finish this. Oh no, there's apple seeds everywhere. Okay. That looks better. And you probably won't even notice in the lighting, the nighttime lighting. So it shouldn't matter too much. This, I think, needs to be a little taller. Well, now it's clipping fully. There we go. Come on. Perfect. Actually, let's move it to this other window. The middle one won't have a curtain. Is there like curtain? That does look kind of odd. That it like fell on the ground. Yeah, that does not look good. That's fine. I wish there was like a pile, a curtain pile on the floor. There just isn't. Why does that look white in this picture, but here it doesn't? I guess it's gray? Actually. And then let's make that shorter. I keep forgetting to do this. There. Okay. I think this house is set. Let's move on from the houses. House 1 is decorated. House 3 is decorated. So all of this needs to go in a new folder now. The doors need to go into folder House 1 original. Hello? Oh, they're already in House 1. Okay, these need to go into a new folder. No, click on the chair, please. And I should also make sure... Oh, shoot. What happened? Why is the curtain offset now? Also, I don't even want the curtain involved in this. Did everything move? Everything moved. Oh my god. Why is everything offset now? What happened? It happened again there when I clicked on it. Oh, that's what happened. Okay, we don't want that. So everything moved over. Son of a biscuit. Why does it still look not right? How much did it move over? Jesus H. I need to lock their positions, I think. This move too. Again. Too much, I guess. This should be a little further that way. Okay. So let's do this a few of these at a time. Move to... no. Move to... Oh, I need to make a new folder. House 3. No, House 1. Move to House 1. And the same goes for these. Except the curtains are going to House 1 original. Oh, I see. Let me make this wider. Move 2 is at the bottom, idiot. And let me make sure those other curtains are attached to the house over here. The original structure. Actually, I want to take that back. Any changes I've made to the structure should be in House 1. So the curtains. The staircase won't count. It'll be part of the original, even though I technically added it myself. So make sure these are all part of House 3 original. I think they are. Yeah. Or House 3. Alright, I still need to get this whole house, the original structure, part of its own folder. Actually, let's take a look at this blueprint I started. Didn't really get to do much with it. So we can look at this house. I need to replace this because there's a spotlight here. So I'm actually curious, what does this look like? Oh, there is a light there. Okay. Okay. So I want to replace that and create a light and a switch system. So, okay, here's what we're gonna do. Yeah. So replace this with the light that I made. Except I don't know why the angle is like that, but okay. There we go. So this will be off by default. Unless I decide to set it on. Oh, close the container. Expose that. Well, it's certainly on. It's not quite the same as the other light. But again, I need to figure out the actual, you know, the actual lighting here. Where's that other spotlight? There's one over here. Oh, wait. My goodness. This camera. Let me just copy this. I should not have deleted the other one. So let me copy the settings here. Okay. Because that's a spotlight, I'm looking at. Okay. Intensity. Oh. Oh, that doesn't look right. Oh, I see. It's using candelas. What the fuck? Okay. Copy that light color. Which is like light blue. Very strange. Temperature. I don't even know what I'm doing here, but I'm just copying and pasting what the original light was. advanced. It doesn't look like there's any changes there. Okay. Just delete that. Oh, wait. Oh, it's named Spotlight. Oops. First of all, that's not even centered, is it? Oh my goodness, I hate this fucking camera. There has to be a way to make it not as gosh darn slow and fast at the same time. Like, depending on the setting. Okay, that's about as middle as I can get it, I think. It's on. Oh, I might have to bake the lighting, maybe? Don't think so. Not for this. Oh, on by default. So it's not on. Why is that material so bright? Do you know how you have a duck plushie on your bed? Yeah. What about it? Oh god! Jesus! That's a horrifying color. Why is that light, like, bulb so bright? There's no light there. So I don't know why that's so bright. Very weird. Definitely not that color. It needs to be like yellow almost. Oh, right. On by default. I'll figure out the actual, like, oh. Just make it white. Just make it white. Well. Is that the temperature, maybe? Ah, there we go. That looks better. So let's make it just a teeny tiny yellow. There we go. Okay. That looks good. So I'm gonna make a light switch now. BP light switch. It's a Pokemon son. I admit, me too. You have a duck plushie too? Is it like the one I have? Did you take it? Did you buy one from Walmart as well? Aren't you Canadian? Aren't you supposed to not be buying Canadian, or not be buying not Canadian, I guess? Actually, I don't know where that duckie's made from, but Walmart, the company, if I were Canadian, I would not be buying from. I don't know if our Walmart's in Canada. I mean, to be fair, you might have found it in a different store. And it might not be the same plushie. I'm just assuming. Now I need to see a picture of your ducky. I'll figure out the media channel tomorrow. Tomorrow's my day off. I'll figure out the media channel and how we can implement that again on the Discord. Okay, so this is what we're gonna do. So, each light will have a tag that will correspond to a light switch. So that way I can have more than one light attached to a light switch. Even though if it's not physically attached, like with a connection, like electrical connection, the switch will just be able to get every light with the correct tag. So light switch. We'll also need that tag. So we'll call it light 1 or switch 1, I guess. We'll name it switch tag actually. Cause oops. Switch tag. So it'll be switch 1, switch 2, switch 3, etc., etc. Is switch on? I know technically it's not on, but like, you know what I mean. Flipped to the on state. Oh, even better, instead of on begin play, we'll do this on construct. Right? No. No. Get all actors with class of class with tag BP underscore light, and then get the tags of this current switch's tag, and then for each loop, for each light with the correct tag, you're gonna on. I forgot what it's called. Turn on light. There we go. In fact, let's not do it here. Let's do this on a custom event. Oops. Turn on lights. And then on begin play, if the switch is in the on state, turn it on. And now I need to create a way to interact with the light switch. Let's get a mesh in here. For the light switch itself, for now it'll be a cube. Don't ask what a cube is. It's just a weird way of saying cube. Why can't I see the cube? Oh, it's massive, that's why. And then collision. We'll make it a box. We'll make the scale of the box world so that way it can scale separately from the static mesh itself. Why is it still massive? Anyways, that's fine for now. Do I have like a glow material in here somewhere? No, I'll have to make one or get one. Really? I don't even have a white material? There we go. Okay. So we're going to take the material. Oh, we should flip this. Okay, so if the lights are off, then turn them on. Oh, hold on. This might need to be a different variable. So this is if I decide to leave a light on by default. This might need to be a different variable. So this is on by default. There we go. That way there's no confusion there. That'll be open and exposed. This one does not need to be. Okay. So is the light on? If it's false, we are turning them on. And then we're setting the material to the new material, which will be on material. And then there's going to be another one that is off material. On material, so that is gonna be that blue material that I saw. That's when it's on. When it's off, it's gonna be the white that I saw. Okay. And then we need to set this to true. The same needs to go here. This needs to be flip, not turn on. What did I call it up here? Flip light switch, flip lights. Same here. So we already have on by default. Let me keep it consistent. Is on by default. I think am I handling that here? Yeah. Let's not do that. So this is on? Okay, I'm keep it consistent. Is switch on, is light on. So if it's on, or if it's not on, we're gonna set the light to visible. If it's off, we're gonna set it to invisible. Or sorry, if it is on, we're gonna set it to invisible because here's where we're flipping it. We're changing the state that it's in. So it's on. Now we're turning it off. We also need to set the variable. If it's off, we're turning it on. So event begin. I'm gonna do the same thing here as I had over here. So is on by default. Then we're gonna do a custom event to just flip it on, just to make sure it's on. This one will be called turn on light. So that'll just skip the turn. It'll skip this and just set it to on. There we go. And then the same thing here. Flips. Not that. Custom. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Nope, get rid of the comment. I bought it at some Korean store. Are you sure it's not? Oh, it's a goose. Oh, okay, got it. You got a goose plushie. I bought it at some Korean store. Yikes. You sure that's not like a taxidermy goose or something like that? That's weird. You know what else is massive? What? I came back home from doing brain stuff. Brain stuff? And I passed that on the couch and used my dog as a pillow. Aw. Hopefully the dog didn't mind. Oh, I guess for this, we can do this in a different order. So, no matter what, we need to find all the tags, or all the lights with the correct tag, and then we need to call flip lights. And then from there, actually, let's do this instead. Instead of having the branch here, we're gonna do, actually, there. It'll feed into it. That'll be a lot better. Turn on. So now we're gonna flip this. We're gonna do like that. So we can just remove that. Remove that. We have the one event that is universal. There we go. So turn on, true, then we turn it on. Turn off, false, then we turn it off. Or keep it off or whatever. And then we can go in here, there. So we don't need that. We do need that. So we do need to put it back where it was. And unfortunately, that means we gotta do this twice. Well, technically we're only doing it once per instance. False. Turn on, turn off. Turn on switch, so we can just remove that. Remove that. Flip light switch is on. Turn on. Turn on and then off. Okay. And then this is for the material. Switch that to off material and then off. Although I guess this change kind of defeats the purpose of the Boolean, since it's not being used at all. Because really it's just... Oh no, never mind. We do need it, because when I get to the point where I'm going to set it up to interact with the player, then I need it to... Yeah, then I needed to, words. Then I need this Boolean, because that'll check when I do interact with it to either turn it on or off. Okay, so is on true. Let's make sure this is on. On by default, yes. The tag needs to be exposed on both. Okay. So let's get rid of the light is on by default. Switch one. Switch one. And is on by default, so this should turn on the switch. Well, it turned on the material, the correct one. It did not turn on the light switch. So this did go through. All of that went through. hope so. Oh. Switch 1. Idiot. Still didn't go through. Switch 1. Switch 1. Yeah, the code did not fire to turn it on. So my best guess is that it's not, the Switch is trying to turn on the light before the light even loads in the level. So we're going to add a delay. A very short one. You guys can't see what I'm doing, but it's on the other screen. Trust me. And we'll look at the code. Yeah, still nothing. Let me add a much longer delay. No, didn't make a difference. So it's not that, there's something else. So basically when this is firing, this is completely skipped, meaning it doesn't even find a light with that tag. That is mine. Yeah. That is the correct one. I mean, the fact that I can get flip switch from it means it's working. It's just, it doesn't recognize the tag. Switch 1. The spelling is key here. Switch 1. Yeah, it's the same. So I don't understand why it's not working. Print the tag. Same here, print the tag. Switch 1, switch. Didn't need to see it that long. Switch 1, switch 1. Yeah, they're identical. Let me do this. Get actor of class. More or less the same thing, but I'm not searching for the tag anymore. Initially. Hello? Oh. Light. Get light tag. Get tag. Get switch tag. Oh, it's called the same thing on both of them. Does this is gonna look like a mess. Does this light tag equal the one on the light switch? Spaghetti code incoming. If so, then flip it. If not, do nothing. There we go. Okay. Oh, yikes. That works. So now I shall adjust this. What in the hell am I listening to? Walt downward. Vaughn, please. I need you to be quiet. Okay. This can be up here. Just trying to tidy this up. Okay. It should, yeah, so still be working. Awesome. Let's get rid of those prints before I forget. And then, now let's set up the switch collision to work with the capsule on the player. So we need to go to collision. Basically, I just need to copy what's on the door, actually. Collision-wise. So I want whatever is down here. So it needs to be an interaction object type. Which is... Hello? Oh, sorry. Custom. Interactions. It needs to ignore everything except for world dynamic. World dynamic is what the capsule and the player is. Shoot. So now... now I'm going back to things that I did, like... what in the JoJo's Bizarre Adventure am I listening to? Is that what that was from? I have no idea. Now I need to go back to some code that I made like 4 months ago. So I need to go. So the light switch is technically an interactive object type. So I need to put in light switch. For my sanity's sake, let's do this. Please. So that way, on the player, when the capsule overlaps with an object that is of that type, that's going to be in here. This is just the overlap. This isn't even interacting with it. Inspected object info. Okay. So we need to go in here. Inspected object info. So we're submitting that. Okay. So then we're gonna go into here. So where on the HUD is that gonna change? Jesus. Ah, here we go. We need to add light switch in here. Please. Shoot. So very much like the door. Do I want to differentiate between turning on and off, or do I just say toggle or flip light? I mean, I have it working for the door. Okay, so light switch is now light on. And then light off. So now I need to tell the light to turn itself on and off through this interaction time. So if it's light on, turn off lights. Light. If it's on, turn on light. I hope that's right and not backwards. It's probably backwards for all I know. Is there an additional step down here? I don't think so. I hope not. I don't think so. I think we're good. So now, in here, we need the interface. I forgot what my interface is called. Interface. Vac. Vessels. Of course. Of course. Vessels interface. Save that. Inspected object info. So I'm curious, does the door actually send that? Oh, I guess it does. I wonder if it has to be default true. I don't remember. What about the item? What in the Pokemon Go am I listening to? Oh, yeah. I think because that's how I work around it. The change. There's something about the container that's a little different. I think that's how I work around it. To demonstrate that it's already searched. Okay. So we need that. This is self. That's slef. Didn't even know that was a thing. Stop it. And that's true. So this needs to be changed here. So if we are turning it on by default, this needs to be light on. And then we're going to change it again here and here. Well, I guess we could change that here. So if we're turning it on, light on. If we're turning it off, light off. There. Alright, we can close that. I'm hoping this works. I don't know if there's an additional step. I don't remember. If this works, then it should let me interact with it and turn it on and off. Oh. Object reference not set to an instance of an object. Well, that's what it would say if this was Unity. This is not Unity. Got it. This is none trying to read inspected object. Generate overlaps. It's got the right collision types, I'm assuming. Query only interactions. Ignore everything except for world dynamic. I don't think there's an additional thing to change there. Nope, this is not a container. Okay. This is not an object. This is not an item. So this is the only one that matters. which is... Oh, I put it on the light itself. Fuck. God damn it. Get rid of the interface. Get rid of it. Get rid of it. This was a mistake. This was a mistake. Get out of here. What is this? Why is there a function now that shouldn't exist? Maybe that's fine. Okay. Okay. Whoops. Let's try that again. Put that on the wrong thing. No wonder it didn't work. Vessels. So that, promote that to variable. Self. What? Oh, no, that's not a variable. My bad. Self. Not slef. Self. Hopefully slef is not a swear in some language or a slur or something like that. Something worse would not be great. So we're turning it on, and we're turning it off, and on and off. No, not there. On complete. We don't need to do that every time that for loop goes, or for each loop. Off. Okay. Oh, light collisions. Oh, wait, no, that was right. So I set the collisions up in here correctly, but I did all of the interface stuff on the light. I'm an idiot. Hey, look at that. It says turn off light. Oh. It doesn't interact quite right, but it'll work. Okay. It says turn off light, which is good. Oh, I know why this is not doing anything, of course. So when I do on click, it's a it needs a tag. Oh, okay, got it. So it needs a switch tag. So switch, it just needs a generic tag. Switch, light switch. Copy that because it needs to be exact. I don't think I needed container, so we can just get rid of container. So that's where the door. Oh, right. Oh yeah, I can show this. What is this? I know what that is. Okay, I need to show something new that I got working in between milestone 1 and 2. So we need a new function on the interface. So there. Toggle flip light switch. I don't think I need any inputs. No, because this will be flipping it in the game as I'm playing. I'm a doctor in the state of Kentucky. I had a vision. Now I'm preparing for the end of the world. This is my Pleasant Valley Project Zomboid story. I'm scared. A doctor in Kentucky. That's a rarity. I mean, what? Door we can get rid of. So the light switch now needs that interface function. What happened? What happened? Why? What are you bitching about? Oh, right. So this is kind of dumb. Do I need to go through all the items that have this interface now? Because now that's broken. Vessels. I need to reapply it. Does that break the whole thing? So like... Oh. So that converted it into a function. I see how that works. So that's so dumb. Is that every time I add a new function to this thing? What do you mean? Oh, there it is. It's that. And that. Make up your damn mind. What do you mean that? What? Found more than one function with the same name, flip light switch. Got it. It's this. It's bitching about that. Toggle light switch. God fucking damn it. What is this? Oh my god. It renamed that event. I'm losing my mind here. Okay. What is it doing all of a sudden? Weird. Okay. Toggle light switch. So this is where I do need that variable. So let's go over here. Is switch on? We're gonna grab this. Oh, actually, we can skip that entirely. We can just do this. Because then we can do not. So we're flipping it. So if it is on, we're turning it off now because of the not. And if it's off, we're turning it on because of the not. Meow? Let's see if this works. Fack! Oh wait, did I put anything in here? No, of course not. Idiot. Toggle light switch. That's why. I don't think I need to set anything else. Nope, that's for the item. That's for inspection mode. Nope. Oh, why does it say search all of a sudden? Oh, I think I know why it said search. There's an item. There's an item there. Ooh, okay. So maybe I need to get this thing to... What are you searching? I think it might be that, actually. I need to get it so that if I'm colliding with another object, it blocks my ability to do that. That is a problem. Okay. So this works. Problem is the text is not updating immediately. So can I tell the player to do that? Where's that at? It's here, I think. Toggle interaction. So that is on, that is here. So basically this. Okay. How do I do that on the door? Is that happening on the door? Ah, so when it's done closing, the door automatically switches. So whatever is doing that, I need that immediately on the switch. So let's look at the door. It's in here. I could have just grabbed that. When you are done moving, what are you doing? Oh, I see. This is the secret. Turn off collisions very briefly and then immediately turn them back on. Got it. So I'm going to copy this. Bring that to the light switch. Very briefly turn on and off these collisions. That is the secret that I figured out. Okay. And it shouldn't interrupt the ability to interact with it either. From microsecond, literally a frame. Oh. Oops. What happened there? The light is so gosh darn bright. Yeah, it says off, then on, then off, then on. I don't know what happened there where it stayed like on screen. That is definitely a very odd bug. Oh. Okay, I think it's because I'm interacting with both the light and the container in the background. Yeah. Is this... It's definitely interrupting. And I thought I had fixed this. Yeah, it's here. Like, first I'm overlapping with the light switch, which would fire false, or not valid, so it would go down here. Then I'm interacting with the container, which goes up, or whatever order. Doesn't matter. It isn't interfering with that. Because really, there should only be one thing I can interact with at a time. So if I interact with one object and then interact with another one while still interacting with the first one, it should still interact with the first one just fine. Maybe making this tinier would fix it. Also, this light is like absurdly strong. Again, the lighting doesn't matter at the moment because it is probably going to change later. That is much better. Oh, maybe not that small. Well, let's close the door. There we go. That way the actual collision with the light switch is considerably smaller, more realistic. Okay. And hopefully it's not interacting with anything else. Yeah, it has to be very precise. I need to prevent this somehow. This is not good. I figured this would have been resolved just from the fact that I guess not. On, off, turn on light, turn on light, turn off light. Yes. Perfect. Awesome. And if I wanted to, I can do this. And I'll... Oh, I guess not. Did it not copy the tag? Oh, it copied the lantern. Whoops. No, I don't want that. I don't want the lantern. I want the light, idiot. And they should have the same tag. There you go. 3 different lights, all connected to the same switch because they all have the same tag. Awesome. Get rid of those. Okay, eventually I'll get an actual light switch and figure out the correct placement. I need to add that to the dock. Can't interact with objects through walls. That's not good. That's a really bad bug. So basically, what is the collision type of like a static mesh? I think it's always the same. Oh, mesh. World static. Okay. So maybe I can figure, maybe I can get a quick fix for this done right now, because I was about to end the stream. So this also needs to interact with world static. Overlap world static. Oh, yeah. So I'm gonna use event tick for this. I don't know if there's a better way to do this, but this is not ideal. Is overlapping. I guess I will look for a better way to do this. Actor. Maybe not with event tick, I guess. So basically, I need to create overlap. I need to do this, a duplicate of this, but for physics. World static objects. So it should overlap with them now. Print. Get collision. No, just print it. Interaction, yeah. Oh, okay. So I think I should be able to change this. So, physics? Or collisions? Ooh. It was either in physics or something else. Oh, under collision. There it is. So I need to make this, make it block. Oh wait, no. Overlap's fine. Okay. So these walls need to generate overlap events. I'm gonna look into this, how to keep the player from... I might even have to overhaul the collision setup I have for interactive objects. Which would be a pain because I'd put so much work into what's working now. I guess it does not account for objects through a wall. I guess that makes sense. I'll look it up and see how to prevent the player from... see if I can get my current setup to not overlap with that. With those objects behind walls. But that's it for today's stream. Hopefully in between this one and the next one I can start the lighting process at the very least. And get this to nighttime. And then maybe I can continue, you know, decorating the level. Creating, like, I need to create... Well, actually, I don't need to create, like, a new blueprint. What I could do is I can create, or duplicate the current, container. Yeah, duplicate this. Excuse me? Oh. Duplicate this box and just freeform it around the wood. And then have it spawn wood. And the same thing for rocks and stuff like that. Like, I'll start working on that sort of stuff. Okay, that's it for the stream. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. I appreciate it. Make sure you leave a like on the live stream. Subscribe and hit the notification bell if you haven't already. I will see you next Wednesday for more game dev. If you're interested in more of that, come by on Friday. I will be playing Fallout 76, and then Saturday will be The Long Dark, and then Sunday will be Slime Rancher 2. But more game dev streams, or I guess another game dev stream will be on Wednesday of next week. And I will keep working on this. Have a good night, everyone. I will see you hopefully on Friday. If not, Wednesday, I guess. Bye.